Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. Dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Nat 21 Adventures monthly Patreon AMA. I am your dungeon mistress with the Moses, Autumn Ingenue, and tonight we have got a wonderful little collection of cozy goblins here tonight. What started as just a themed all things cozy AMA with Z from Tabletop Teas quickly grew into a little powwow with everybody. So I'm not even going to waste any time. I'm going to welcome everybody in here. This is so much fun. We got Z. Yay! Looking all cozy, wearing a onesie, right?
Onesie. Yeah, I got
Oh
it.
my gosh. Oh, I love it so much. All right, and we've also got
Maybe.
hang on. Something's going on. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Got Mab.
Oh, wait, Mab.
Oh my gosh. And of course, we also have with us today the coziest of cozy individuals. We've got Cubby ready to rock and roll.
I love how there's like has stuffy animals, doesn't have stuffy animals on the side.
Yeah. I love this. How is everyone's cozy autumn going so far?
It's too hot.
It's hot.
We had like 3 days of cold or slightly autumn chilly weather, and that was it. Finito. And I was like, that is not okay with me.
We'll suffer through this for a little while, and then in January, like mid-January, it's gonna smack us in the butt.
I'm so
That's
sorry to
enough
hear that for y'all. Because
Not the battle sloth puppet, by the way. This is just a
Yeah,
sloth.
I did a sloth. You know, okay, speaking of cozy and sloths, I don't know, it just popped in my head.
Okay.
So years ago, I was doing live stream gaming, shocker, with a group called Your Average Adventuring Show, or YAS. And we had a couple of one-shots, and they were set in a town that we called Haven's Rest. And we call it the coziest AF town. But it's, imagine turn of last century, Northern California. But instead of humans, there's no humans in the world. It's all animals. Yeah, and so the second one May was actually in. But I played a chipmunk named Ranger Filbert, and he had anxiety, like pretty bad. And he would store food in his cheeks, and then when he got really anxious, he would just start like madly snacking on cheek snacks. But there was an otter who was a tinkerer who made him a weighted vest. So like whenever he started to get overwhelmed, they would like put his like vest on him. Okay, the sloth comes into it here. Ranger's job was that he was the stock boy and runner for the general store, which was run by a sloth named Murray. So Murray is like extra slow, and Filbert was not. And it was super, super fun. And I loved it because like I think the first one, the first one was just, it was the autumn fate, and the whole thing was we were trying to like win at contests and finish like the like bingo cards and stuff. That was it. The second one, the big thing was May's character had moved to town, and she was a big what was she? I want to say she was a panther, but that's not right. But something like sleek and like urban feeling to all of us country animals. And she was supposed to be opening a clothing store. And it wasn't ready in time. So we basically had like a barn raising. Like it was a super wholesome game. Like nobody got killed, nobody was maimed or injured.
That is
Like,
nice.
the most terrifying things was fireworks going off and Filbert wanting to hide under a chair. So, or Ranger wanting to hide under a chair. Anyway, side note, little story.
That is the coziest thing I've heard all day, and that was the
and I
perfect
always
story.
want to go back and play. Like whenever I'm not, like I'm just feeling really frustrated and everything is terrible, I'm like, I wish we had a Haven's Rest game.
Does this need? I feel like this can happen. At the very least, a one shot, like a recurring.
Yeah,
May and I
where
have mentioned
everyone's
it.
critters. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, May and
I mean,
have
you
mentioned
know,
it a few times.
it sounds similar to like a less horrific version of Bobby Turkenman's Bobby Ottoman's game. Yeah, I'm quoting Cubby there.
good old Bobby Turco.
Turco, that was it. Bobby Turco, Robert Turk's game. That, by the way, it did. It hit the goal for the Kickstarter. Now they're trying to stretch goals.
That was super cute, and the art was like
Our Woodlands Gods. And
Let's
hey,
go
Kara.
bookmarks.
Yeah, our woodland gods where you're a cute little cuddly little critter. And you're trying to find the new eldritch deity to worship.
So right, take out the Eldritch,
Yeah.
add in
Yeah.
a giant logging company run by
Yeah.
beavers. And yeah, same thing.
But also similarity, May was also there.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
He's everywhere.
May is everywhere. I
I wanna
miss
know-
her.
I do too. She's so much fun to play with. Oh my gosh. All right. My friends,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it is time to tackle our very first cozy question of the evening. Or Huga, if you are from Scandinavia. Which no one is.
My husband's people are. Although whenever I'm like, blah blah blah, where your people are from, and he's like, Ohio.
We fear the raiding party, Ohioans. All right. This one actually comes from one of our Patreon subscribers, Eveline. Do you have a favorite beverage to just cuddle up with and veg out, reading a book, watching TV? Basically, your favorite comfort tea.
I assume that was originally directed right at me. So it's tea.
Yeah, it kind of is. So you should go first.
But I'll share. So I drink a lot of different kinds of tea, like a lot of different kinds of tea. Plus, because I order from distribution houses, they love to send samples, so I drink a lot of samples too. But if I had my druthers for tea that I consider my go-to tea, it's going to be something in the chai family. Like every time. Vanilla chai probably like the most comfort. But like if I was not tea, have a comfort drink, it would be hot chocolate. Although tonight I'm having wassail. So just to make that answer super confusing.
That's a good call.
It smells so
Which
good.
is ironic because Cubby looks like the one about to go wassailing.
Do you
Or
have
get
to have a
wassailed
nightcap? A literal
You have a
nightcap?
nightcap?
I'm about to go honk shoeing.
Honk,
Thank you very much.
honk.
Oh,
Shoo, 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 shoo.
shoo, shoo. Aw. Shoo, shoo, shoo. All right, yeah.
Very
I would actually watch a live stream of Cubby honk shoeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a
Absolutely.
very dramatic snorer.
Yeah.
You
I
will
would
be
watch-
on the edge of your seat waiting for the other honk shoe to drop.
Dear Lord, Cubby, you're a treasure.
Oh!
Damn treasure.
That's why I was excited for tonight. Oh my god.
Waiting for the other honk shoe to
Honk
drop.
shoe. Yeah. Mm.
Seriously though, we could run like a live stream as like an ASMR fall asleep to like the sleepy time tea bear in person, just honk shoeing his way through the night. You can make money off of that.
I once thought I have a sketch of a character like that. Basically because apparently you can buy a wearable beanbag chair.
Yeah.
So you're wearing a beanbag chair, so it looks like you're a big pear and you can just fall anywhere. And I'm like, oh my
Look, I
god,
just
what if
fall
I
anywhere
wore that
anyway.
and a giant nightshirt and like
Can
the,
people sit
the
on you?
sleepy time bear's head, and I just walked around and then just fell asleep.
Do people do people sit on you?
I don't know. That's the thing. I couldn't
Windows
figure out a
fantasy.
way to actually make
Yeah.
money at it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You just
Okay.
wanted to do it.
It was very driving crooner.
So here's the thing. Bobby Turco, once again,
Good old Bobby Ticker.
at the New York Fairy Festival, we joked one year of like, I just want to create a character that sleeps all day and gets paid for it. So he went and created this character that was based on Sleepy Hollow.
Rip Van Winkle.
That's it, Rip Van Winkle. Thank you. And he would-
Washington Irving wrote
Yeah.
both of those tales.
exactly. He would sit there and sleepwalk through the fair and find a spot and fall asleep. And he had like the little sleeping cap, and I'm almost like, damn you.
Our actor who played Little John
Mm.
2 Little Johns ago, in between our shows, he would totally just go find a tree, lay up against it, sleep, get paid to sleep. I'm like, I'm doing the wrong thing.
That's brilliant. And this is, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, we have to rethink some life choices, I think.
We should. This is
Right.
totally tangential and has nothing to do with what we were saying, except you said Little John, and it sent me at the New York Ren Fair. They do, or they used to do a Robin Hood fair. I don't know if it still is. And one year they have Porta Johns, right? And the one year the guy playing Friar Tuck would wait for a guy to go into a stall next to an unoccupied Porta John stall. And when the guy got in there, Friar Tuck would go after into the next stall, and he'd lean over to the wall and go, "My son, how long has it been since your last confession?" And I just needed to share that story because that was the funniest thing I've ever seen happen ever. It was the best bit.
That is
I love that.
Right?
That's a good one.
bravo.
Also,
Sounds
speaking of the
good.
Sleepy Time Bear, apparently the tea company Celestial Seasonings used to be a cult. Did we hear about that?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did know that.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I don't know any details. I just like
All
are you
tea
gonna-
companies are cults. I'm just kidding. No.
Well, tell us more. I
mean-
want to join yours though.
I'm a cult of one.
Like
I'm a
there's
cult of personality. No.
like
Yeah,
yes,
no, it's not.
but
Huh?
they did go that extra step.
Yeah, they did. They still
I
make
wish
some
I-
good teas though.
Yeah, I wish I had some. They're not anymore, but I wish I had some more information on that. That's like the whole story that I know is that they were once a cult.
I think the thing is like what broke it up was the tea company was so successful.
Right? And then people like
Celestial
now
Seasonings,
eyes are
right?
on you. Right?
Yeah.
No, they just like they didn't need to run the cult anymore. It was like, oh, let's just segue.
Oh, I get it. Like, let's
Let's just
we
shimmy
don't
on
have
over to
we don't
something
have
else
to scam
here.
people anymore. We can just sell tea. What?
They started a cult and they realized every tea company is a cult, and they were like, why don't we
Ooh.
just make this a tea company?
Run by vampires, by the way. Run by vampires. Tea company.
Celestial Seasonings specifically?
No, it's all tea company.
All tea. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I believe
I'll
that.
allow it.
I mean,
I want to
like,
go on to. Go ahead.
it's one of those things where you're like, I wouldn't have guessed that, but it's
Feels
that's
right.
obvious.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you see me aging over here?
No, really, genuinely. Vampire, we figured it out, guys. Figured it out.
I don't drink the red tea. Oh, yeah. So interestingly, a lot of people call rooibos, which is not actually a tea, red tea. It's just a plant that grows in South Africa, and they make a hot beverage out of it, but it's caffeine free, not related to tea. But in China, things that are called red tea are like the most expensive, the best black
Are they
tea.
like
red
really
tea.
damn good, or are they
Yeah, it's like really and very expensive.
Mm.
Your tea fun fact.
I could sit here and listen to another like 25 minutes of tea fun facts. Do you have any other tea fun facts off the top of your head?
In the very early days of Chinese teas, they started making what are called tuo chas, which we still have today. They're like these little like buttons of tea.
Yeah, I've
right.
seen these.
Yeah. And now they're totally fine. Like it's just like a tea and a very innocuous like binding agent kind of thing in it. But over the years, and I mean like hundreds into 1,000 years, they've used weird things to bind them, like animal fats and coagulated blood. and stuff. And for a while I was like, I wonder if I could do that. Like go, don't drink the right. Like I 100% was like, I'm just gonna go to the butcher and see if I can't get like them to give me animal blood and then see if I could make it at home. And then I realized like, you cannot just walk into your butchers and be like,
Ooh, boba tea. I love boba tea, but I like to chew my tea, so I got that going for me.
I hate it. I hate bubble tea. I don't like the feeling of tapioca in my face. And I'm weird in my friend group that way. My friends are all boba fiends. Boba Fetts.
It's such a polarizing thing because I love it too, but I also know people that would never ever try it.
Yeah.
Like, or like would never try it again. Like they're just, if you don't mind, it's a cool texture or it's a terrible texture. But basically it's delicious tea. And then there's little tapioca pearls that come up the straw, boop, and then you chew on them.
Yep.
And you either love it or you hate it.
It
But the tea is delicious.
satisfies the urge to eat frog's eggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
eat
like
frog's
I
eggs.
don't want to suck up swamp water anymore after I have a boba.
It is like drinking Orbeez. You're absolutely right. But you don't swallow them whole. You got to chew them.
I have a story about Orbeez.
Oh,
Wait. Back up. Are you implying that there's a correct way to ingest Orbeez? Because
Hold
I'm
on,
pretty sure
here's
you
the
shouldn't be
story.
doing that.
So every year our fair has the Merry Fairy War. And it's a day that the Fae go mad and mayhem everywhere.
How can you tell?
And one of the things that they have done, still kind of do, although after me, there's a lot of rules regarding it, is they would fling Orbeez, throw Orbeez, right? So one year, some of the women on the human cast, we literally girded our loins, like took up our dresses and girded them.
Got those loins.
And started chasing the fairies. And of course, we were like, very cry havoc. There was a lot of screaming and yelling. And some of the fae turned around and threw Orbeez at us. And one of them literally, like, just perfect trajectory right in my mouth. And then lodged itself.
Ooh.
So it was like, so I didn't know this, but there's like a little pocket where stuff can kind of sit, and it's not quite in your airway, and it's not quite in your digestive tract, and it's just kind of stuck there. And most things, almost everything, will very quickly work its way out.
Yeah.
But you probably had that sensation of, oh, I still have a chip stuck or something. Well, I was like, oh my God, like I can't breathe. I feel like something's like fluttering. And so I got
like the pee and a whistle.
It's like,
oh my! that's so awful. I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, so it's like I don't feel like I'm wheezing, but I sound like I'm wheezing, and there's this like weird flutter. So I get a fun trip in the woo truck to the ER, where I'm not even going to explain what they did to try and dislodge it.
Okay, I gotta know.
Basically it's this like super bendy metal strip with a sticky like ball, almost like at the end.
Awesome.
And they literally like stick it down and they like fish around for things with it.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but that sounds awesome. I would love to play that game. Okay, let's see what I get. Aw, I got a cheeseburger, man.
So the guy like hit it and it moved, and he was like, wrong hole. And so he pushed it back over, and he was like, I'm too nervous. Like
he was nervous
because like it's not a precision tool.
Does not sound like it. It sounds like you're fishing for funk in the goats
so
of the belly.
It sounds like something your mechanic would have.
Right? Right? It's a freaking down your tonsils. And he's like, go home and just try to relax as much as you possibly can. And hopefully the relaxing will cause it to finally move one way or another. And then if something goes terribly wrong, call the ER again. Right. It took about 45 minutes of laying there, and I cannot tell you, knowing something's there and trying to just relax every muscle in your body is very hard. But I did eventually, it moved and caused me to cough it up. So it did.
And then it flew across the room and hit someone. Tell me it.
Actually, I made it to the toilet and it kind of popped out and hit the toilet. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. And I went and I flushed it. And then my husband comes in. He was like, I was going to take a picture.
Yeah.
I want to go on record as saying this is why I do the AMAs. Because it's Patreon and it's fun and everyone should get AMAs, but this is why I personally do the AMAs, because you have no idea what stories are going to come out of it, and they're always just...
People should know that fair work is dangerous.
It is, absolutely, because you're doing... that's really true, though, because you're doing a bunch of random things. It's like...
Really random.
Yeah. You're always doing something super random, and you just never know.
That is a great illustration of an example of an unknown. Like, you know, right. There's the dangers, you know, right. But then there's inhaling Orbeez because the Fae attacked,
which in mathematics we refer to as a black swan event. Didn't know that was going to happen until it happened. And now there's rules in place. They can throw Orbeez, but you have to throw them chest level or below.
Oh my gosh. Too funny.
Don't eat Orbeez, kids, but definitely try boba if you haven't. Just try. Don't try Orbeez. Definitely.
Don't eat them.
No, eat the boba.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the boba.
Okay, so now I was just sitting there thinking, like, are they non-toxic, or?
As far as I know, they're non-toxic.
You can eat them, right? Not on purpose. They discourage that, but should you happen to eat them, this too shall pass.
I thought you were asking.
Yeah, that's what the doctor said, was it would pass.
Orbeez.
I finally figured that out. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Now I want boba, baby.
Do y'all remember when there was that remember those little dots that you get them wet, they stick together, you can make little pictures of it, they're little colors, and one company accidentally made them so if you swallowed any of the little balls, you would instantly be knocked out. They put roofies in it.
What? I know that they had little tiny ball magnets, and kids
that was a problem. The magnets.
Yeah, because little kids would eat them.
This is it. Sticks together. You you can arrange them. If you get them wet, they stick together and they form little toys.
But tiny.
But their formulation just also happened to be a knockout drug.
Happened to be?
So they had this giant recall. It was years ago. It was just the strangest manufacturing.
I realized that my onesie looks like Orbeez. Now I'm...
Oh my God.
Now I have trauma.
Oh my gosh, we are 29 minutes in. We are
sorry. The short story is be generally careful of round things. Vet them first, but if they're made of tapioca, they're probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so far, we are not even exactly at halfway, because they're 29 minutes with the 4-minute pre-show. We have talked about cults. We have talked about
vampire tea,
putting blood into things, and swallowing Orbeez. And
boba!
And boba.
Boba and kitty roofies. So
yeah, roofies for kids.
My first frat date rape.
Oof. On that note, hey guys, what is your favorite dessert? Please don't say
Yes.
Orbeez.
Yes. It would be shorter for me to say the desserts I don't like.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I have a sweet tooth. I have a bad sweet tooth.
Me too. Me too.
What desserts don't you like though?
I don't like tiramisu, and I don't like anything with cherries. I don't like coffee. Now, somebody said you can make a tiramisu where you soak it in tea instead of coffee, and I'm thinking I might try that and see if I like it better.
Man, what you would probably prefer Zuppenglaze?
Soup and glaze?
Oh no, that has cherries in it. No, that has like maraschino cherries in it. Never mind. But it also uses like ladyfingers, and it's an Italian dessert. But it's
other
it's
things
got
that
like
have
an
ladyfingers.
amaretto instead
Yeah.
of coffee.
There
like
are
amaretto.
some like German desserts, like Stollen, believe it or not, is not delicious. You know, I'm like,
Yeah, there's
and
some
like that Italian dessert, the one that you give every year as a gift. It's like the Italian fruit cake.
Oh.
It's
the Italian fruitcake.
Panettone.
panettone, and I'm like, what's the point? It just gets regifted. Like you want it for the box, but
Yeah.
what's a good dessert? I mean, like a really good chocolate mousse. I
once had a dessert that was the bottom part was a vanilla bean cheesecake and the top part was flan. That was really good.
Trader Joe's has these sticky toffee microwave things, and then I get a caramel pecan praline ice cream and scoop of that on top. Oh, it's so good.
Oh.
I love pecans. I love caramel. I love chocolate. I like if it's a dessert where there's like a hot part of it and a cold part of it. I really like that. Like,
What about you, Cubby?
feel it.
My favorite dessert is bread pudding.
I love
good
bread
choice.
puddings.
I love it, and it's great because if there's bread pudding on the menu, you have no idea what you're getting. It's gonna be good, but there is so much variation. It could be hot, it could be cold, it could be recognizable or not. You never know. It's always good.
Right, because
And,
some
like-
of it it's like almost soupy, but then some of it it's more like a glaze over sweet bread.
Yeah. And the diner right by where my brother and my father and my whole family lives, they make a bread pudding out of their cheese bread and cinnamon bread.
Wait, cheese bread and cinnamon bread.
off, it's so good.
Like like a desserty bread kind of thing.
Like
And
a Danish.
and like
cheese
that's the
bread.
kind of bread they make the bread pudding out of. It's so good.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I love.
I have put
whatever-
on 20 pounds just in the last minutes of conversation.
This dessert that Kara was describing sounds like the greatest thing ever, and I bet it's on Pinterest because I want to make this now. Yellow cake with pineapple, and then vanilla pudding, and then whipped cream, and then pineapple chunks.
So
That sounds.
yeah, I'm reading the recipe, but yellow cake made with a 10-ounce can of pineapple instead of water.
Oh yeah, like on the back when it's
Interesting.
like.
While you're
I wonder
making
if you
it
could do it
instead of-
because I'm allergic to pineapple. I wonder if you could do it with mandarin oranges in a can too, because it's very similar.
Sure.
Oh
Right?
yeah, absolutely.
I feel like
Mhm.
science is necessary here.
Well, it's because the fruit juice
Mhm.
you're replacing the water with fruit juice,
Right.
and the water's not doing anything chemically.
Right.
So like changing the fruit won't change.
Mhm.
Will just change
Right.
the flavor.
bread pudding with
yeah.
rum sauce.
Wait a minute. Yes.
I do love a rum cake. Anything with rum sauce.
All right,
is very
I'm actually going to publish my mailing address and any desserts that people want to make, just to get me to do. I'll do a review of them, and I will post
I'll
it on
pair
our
them with
Patreon.
cheese.
I mean, that's you're offering a lot of value there, Mab. Your insights, your opinion, like
Years and years of experience.
yeah, this
As
is
an eater.
an incredible offer for people who want people talking about their desserts.
Now, I know that you guys would love to pay extra for that, but I'm telling you, because you guys are already Patreons, I will offer this service to you at no charge. $0. I will do this for you.
What a deal. What a sweet
Yeah,
deal.
what a deal.
Literally and
I wanna do it.
figuratively.
Do you want some soul cakes?
I would do it for you.
Oh man, Mab's dessert review. Yeah.
This one's so good. You guys gotta try this. Oh god. It's like chocolate and caramel and I can't stop eating it. So good.
I
This
would
was made
watch
with
that.
mandarin
That
oranges.
sounds amazing.
I would.
It really
too.
does.
Yeah.
Okay. You just let me know. You ping me on Discord and I will send you my mailing address.
Oh man, we have 2 new shows now for 2024. We've got Cubby's Honk Shoe review
Honk shoe review.
and Mab's desserts live.
Leave my phone alone.
I feel like a muffalata's shippable too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a hearty sandwich. That can put up with. You send it
Yeah.
first class, it's not even a worry.
Yeah. Overnight, I would pay, the shipping for overnight certain things.
You know, I don't think you need to. I think that's a pretty sturdy set. You wrap it really good, send it UPS first class. It'll get there within 3 days.
Because it's all you're not wrong. The only thing is the lettuce, but yeah,
No,
'cause
there's
it's all or no, there's no lettuce in that one because it's all
Marinated.
cured meats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it's
like,
almost
it would
it's like
last.
almost a tapenade.
Yeah. And if you
Mm.
pack it with like dry ice, it's not gonna drip.
I'd chance it. I'm gonna be honest. If you mail me a sandwich in August, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna take a sniff.
You'll sniff it.
If I don't flinch, I'm gonna eat it. I'll take a little bite if it's August. You mail me a sandwich in November, I'm not even
Going
gonna think
in.
about it. I'm just gonna start eating, absent-mindedly start eating it, and then I'll be like, "Oh, hey, this is a really good sandwich."
I started thinking about what sandwich I'd want mailed to me in August. And I think if it started off as unmelted cheese on your end, and then I got it as basically a toasty on my end, which is what happens to everything in our mailboxes in August, quite frankly.
Oh man, I've got 2 shows for 2024. Hey everybody, welcome to Cubby Sniff Test.
Your sniff test is better. Mine was a hot box.
Yeah, well, you do live in Texas. So.
Yeah, like it. There was we have a cookie company like delivers cookies, and it got really hot. I mean, it gets hot here every friggin' year, but it's getting worse. And this year they had a commercial where they baked their cookies in the back of a car just because of how hot it was.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen like. Ooh. All right, care. Don't be mailing Cubby food and then letting me go hungry. Okay? We don't live close enough to like share a meal regularly. It is hard.
But guess what? Cubby and I do.
Wait, we
So
do?
go ahead and
We do. I'm in Philly too.
I honestly, I did not know that.
So I'm sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
I want to see this mashup. Cubby. Cubby. Autumn, you guys can totally work together. Holy shit.
I
Cubby-
love when we get to be in the same room. Do it.
No, there's so much more than that. Cubby is an actor
Yes.
and has his fingers in a
it's-
lot of
wait.
really good pots.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say pies because we were on dessert,
'Cause
but
we're
go
talking about
on.
dessert.
Also that. But
Acting.
Christy, he's gonna get you gigs.
Yes.
Okay.
Gigs.
Yeah.
Can one of those gigs, which I'm excited, but can one of them be eating sourdough?
Yes.
Can I be on the sniff test like quarterly?
I love sourdough. We made sourdough with wild caught yeast that I caught on my porch. It was
Okay.
good.
Here's another thing. You guys aren't close enough for a regular get together, but you are close enough for me to do a weekend commute, providing lodging is provided. Oh, is that a guest bed right there behind you?
What this?
You mean this guest bed? Which comes populated with all sorts of critters, but I only have one. So I'd have to come to you guys. Just saying. You caught your own yeast,
plans.
Sarah? Anyways, so just start thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not hard. You just have to not have ADHD about it, which is a big struggle for this.
How do you
No,
grow your own yeast?
It's
Um,
actually
you-
frighteningly easy.
It's frightening. Well, this is how we ended up. This is why bread and fermentation stuff is so old in human history. Ask an archaeologist. You just have to make a matrix, which is just water and flour. And you put it in a jar, cover it, put it outside, like all day, bring it in the evening. Then you're going to, like, the next day, take a bit out, add a bit more in, like feed it basically, put it back outside. And you basically kind of do that for a week. And after about a week, it's going to start like really growing and bubbling on its own. And then, you've got enough yeast and that's your starter.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh.
Yeast is just literally everywhere.
The guy who created the Xbox, for everybody who has an Xbox, look at your controller and you'll notice that button, the on button at the top, looks suspiciously like a round sourdough bread loaf. He's a big fan of sourdough, and he has an entire like Instagram channel. I'm sure he's on other places too. I think he's on TikTok. But he makes a lot of breads, but he has cultivated a lot of wild yeast from a lot of places, but he has also worked with like some museums and stuff to grab yeast out of like really old pots and stuff to make bread out of. It's amazing.
That's really awesome, actually. Huh.
That's I have to say though, I just saw these two comments and headcanon
Right.
that you're not trapped here with this cold. That cold is trapped in here with me.
Yes. Which would be more threatening if my immune system wasn't broke AF, but because if a cold is trapped in there, it's having a sort of Keystone Cop experience, where it's the criminal and my immune system are the Keystone Cops. So.
Check to see if you're
See, the thing is, most people I know with immune system difficulties, it's a little bit more like fascism. Like they're just your immune system is so ready to protect you that it just
that it accidentally
it accidentally shoots a lot of civilians.
Yes. Has anybody seen the anime Cells at Work or Cells at Work Code Black? If you have an immune system, you should watch it. Either one. One is the wholesome one, and the Cells at Work, and then Code Black is they're in a body of a guy who is like an alcoholic and does drugs and never sleeps and has sexually transmitted infections, and
It's like Osmosis Jones, like to the
yes, it's but Japanese.
Heck yeah. All right, I'm way too late for this because this has been such a wild ride of an episode. I almost totally forgot that we should probably take a moment. I know this is just an AMA, but we always like to mention all of our sponsors, especially because this is a Patreon exclusive, and the reason we're here is because of all of you guys. So we are also brought to you by, hey, look, Maps Mobile Mercantile.
Oh, hey. I'm gonna be doing some special stuff for like the holiday season. I think I'm gonna be doing like promotions specifically for Nat 21 folk. Just saying.
Cool.
I think I'm gonna be pushing the fairy doors, which are not pictured here. Yeah,
they're really cute. I gave them out as gifts as a Tea of the Month subscription for gift people once.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
that's
loved
great.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. We are also brought to you by RenAdventures.com. They are doing their Muncaster Castle tour to England in June of next year. This is a blast. Mab has done this one so far. I have done this one so far. Well, not this specific one in Muncaster. Well, you've gone to Muncaster, but going over to the UK with Ren Adventures is a freaking blast. If you can swing it, definitely at least check it out. It's so much fun. We're also, this is coming up real fast. Sponsored by D&D New Orleans.
Yep, tables have been assigned, and I think Evelyn will be there, and a few other folks that are regulars will be there.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes. We're also brought to you by Whimsy Grotto. Some really cool stuff. Often featured on Creating with the Crew. Cubby, you have Kitty on quite a lot, or you did for a little while.
Yeah, I keep meaning to drop her a line to see what her schedule's like now that she's in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Louisiana, because she's at the Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
And then of course she'll be in New Orleans for the last slide, the Ren Adventures trip.
Yeah, that's right. Yay! And we are also brought to you by Little Empires Tabletop Gaming Supplies, and they are on Etsy. And one more thing. Everyone knows this by now, but hey, look, there's new dice.
Yeah, buddy. I just I shipped out about almost 20 dice to someone in California the other day. They were someone that Paul did the podcast live stream, not a live stream, but the D&D
that aired on Tuesday.
Yep.
Cool. All right, and of course, like I said, absolutely 100%, we are here tonight. A, because this is a Patreon AMA, so we're here anyway. B, because AMAs are my favorite thing, and you can tell why, because they're so entertaining. And C, I can count. We are here.
You can count all the way to C. I'm impressed.
And for like one of the few times on live stream, there is not alcohol in my cup. I don't know what's happening. We are here because of all of you, our fantastic, wonderful, beautiful Patreon subscribers. We love you, and we are so glad that you join us for all of the chaos, including learning how bad I am at math. So here we go. Huzzah. Oh boy. Anyway, hey, we got
It's been my experience that when you start throwing letters into math, it's more advanced.
Yeah, but
so you're just real smart.
Yeah.
I'm in galaxy brain mode. You can't even see what I'm doing.
Right?
All
You're
right,
15 moves ahead of everyone else on this AMA.
I'm playing 4D chess. 4. What is your favorite weather, guys?
That's a new personal best.
I feel like I might be an outlier on this one, so I want to wait.
Cloudy and windy. I love the fall. I love the autumn.
We love the autumn. We all love the autumn.
I don't like direct sunlight.
Yeah,
The day star, it burns us.
it does.
Sweet.
I like early summer, late spring. I am a lizard. I like sun. I like warm. Since getting sick, my dysautonomia has gotten worse, so I cannot be in heat as I'm sorry, my dogs are being ridiculous right now. I can't be in heat as long as I used to or as hot as I used to, but I still definitely prefer once it gets to like the mid 80s and then up to like the mid 90s. But that's the way I like to feel, right? And I like big clear blue sky. But I also like early spring and early fall, because that's when all of our flowers bloom here. And I like that.
Oh, actually, late fall. The reason why my my name is Soft Autumn is for a couple of different reasons. It's like multi-layered, but one of the layers is that Soft Autumn is another word for like very late August, very early September, when the leaves are starting to change, but it's still warm out, but it's not as hot as it was.
Sorry,
But yeah, so it's like I'm with you on that one. That like it's not cold yet, but it's getting a little more brisk. But you don't have to wear a sweater unless you want to.
yeah, I don't. I have many more like cute summer dresses and pairs of shorts and summery things, and then I struggle to dress myself when it gets cold. I am not good at the layering. My husband comes from the north, and we've been together for 2.5 decades, and this man still laughs at me because when we go somewhere, or if it for the like 1 week it gets really cold here, I get so frustrated because I don't know how to properly layer in a way that feels comfortable to me. Where I'm like, I just feel and look like the Michelin Man.
Oh,
And then I because of my dysautonomia, I get it's cold triggered. So people are like, just put on more clothes. Well, I can't, because like my body has decided it is internally cold. So like no matter how many clothes I put on, I still feel cold. So that's why I like the heat. When my husband says when we win the lottery, I'll get a room and it'll have a heat lamp and a rock.
you'll be an iguana.
Ooh.
Yeah, an iguana room.
Do you know about this, that they basically have wearable heating blankets?
I have one.
Okay.
And I use it, I use it about 7 months out of the year.
Nice.
Good. It like yes.
I also have regular heating pads, multiple, and I have a heating collar. So it sits from like my back and comes over here and then like up like vampire collar, like, you know, and all that heat.
I need a cooling collar.
That's awesome. I do a regular gig.
Oh,
at the
I'm already
Philly
having
Zoo
menopause. I hate it. Thanks.
in December, and my feet have never gotten cold in all the years I've done it. Like, and there's all this work because like you have to layer up because you're wearing costumes and you have to make sure you have thermal layers and like you have to be extra careful. So I was wearing like extra thick socks, but my feet were so warm. And then I'm just wearing regular socks and my regular shoes. And I'm like, oh yeah, my feet are never going to get cold. My feet just don't get cold.
Mine are always cold. My husband hates it because I am that person who's like, my toes are cold. Let me find the warmest spot in this bed. There it is.
I feel like specifically like women, but I feel like guys do too. Like some people just run cold. Like we're all guilty of doing that at least once.
Yeah.
I run so hot, it's ridiculous. And
oh my gosh,
truth be told, if my room is above 65 degrees when I'm trying to sleep, it's too hot.
Wow.
Magnus put an air conditioning window unit, even though we have central AC, in my room so that I can like sleep. I can't sleep. I prefer it to be 62 or 61 degrees in my room for sleeping.
So it is.
Oh, wow.
It is 74 degrees in our house right now.
Nope. Nope, it is. It
Um,
was 74 degrees when I came in here to do the live stream, and I was like, I have to do this naked. I can't.
Oh, you're gonna hate the rest of this story. There's more. I have 3 layers of comforter on my side of the bed. I clearly just need to like go curl up next to Mab.
Yes, and I generate so much heat, but if you generate heat on me,
Yeah.
I'm out of there.
You're
want a
lucky.
person-
I don't. I generate 0.
If a person is cold, like I will
Vampire.
take their hands and put them like, oh, that is nice. Yes.
Yes.
You can feel the top of my head super hot.
Yeah.
I think we need to just master blaster you two. We need to like Z, you need to actually be a heat sink attached to Mab.
Oh, that would be great.
And then you two are unstoppable.
Stop eating my foot. Sorry.
Sorry, I was writing comments. Anyway, Mab, what's your favorite? Oh my god, look at the baby.
Yeah,
What is your favorite?
autumn when it's nice and cool
Nice.
outside, and because of Halloween and my birthday and Magnus's birthday, and it's the day, is the season.
Wait, when is your birthday, Mab?
September 21st.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you're very close to my husband's. Oh, my whole family. They're
And
like
Magnus is on the 26th.
between the mid-September and like mid-October. My family has like all their friggin' birthdays. These dogs too. I want to addendum my answer. Like it's still like bright blue skies, warm, sitting by a pool, like listening to the beach is like my favorite. But I love the time of year referred to. I borrowed a term. I'm using a term, but kind of like putting my own spin on it. Termed winter dark. It starts around mid-October and goes to about mid-January, and it encapsulates all of the Northern Hemisphere cultural celebrations of a light in the dark, hope, spending time with family, gifting, right? So we're talking about Diwali and Hanukkah and even Halloween and Christmas and Yule and Saturnalia, the whole 9 yards. Keep going, right? And the whole thing is referred to as winter dark. And conceptually, I love winter dark. And while the weather makes me miserable in the winter, there is nothing in this life that makes me happier than my tree all lit up with my ornaments on it.
Oh,
To be fair,
It's really pretty.
it stays up most of the year.
Does it?
it's okay.
Mostly, well, because our fair season, when I was doing fair, started in January and then went for 4 months. So it never came down until after fair, but like 2 weeks after, because you needed, recovery time. So it mostly just stayed up because of that.
Well, this is kind of the perfect segue into our final question of the evening, since it is Thanksgiving this month. And whether or not you celebrate, no worries. We all have something to be thankful for. And it's one of the coziest things you can do is think of all the good stuff that's going on, especially with a lot of bad stuff going on. So, just like, and you guys in the comments too, I'm like curious to know, like, what is everybody, even just like today, even just like right now, something everybody's grateful for.
Go.
I'm thankful that I live really close to 2 awesome people that I get to see in the near future.
That bet.
Oh my god. Is who? Is it Magnus and Murder Beast?
Yes. And?
Because they are super cool.
Yes, and?
Starts with sounds like.
Okay, it starts with sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm
2 syllables.
oh.
Starts with
Man, it's really
Autumn
hard trying to
number
group
3.
words by
I'm waiting
syllable.
for you guys to like complete the circuit, but that's all.
I'm just like, how do you start to guess? I'm gonna steal that
Aw.
Z, because that's the best clue I've ever heard.
Where did it go? I don't know.
Two syllables. Although that is a standard part of the
And then,
charades.
well, then I said it, and it starts with Autumn's number 3.
4.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I know people like always do like, oh, it's a heart. I'm so lazy. So I'm always like Lego hand.
You can do the one-handed.
Yeah, I
heart.
gotta do like the little one. That's fine.
I was like this.
What
It's the official sign of the friend zone.
Oh.
Which, no, here's the thing.
That's awesome.
Here's the thing. The friend zone, doesn't that sound like the coolest place to hang out?
Yes.
Yeah. If it meant what it sounded
You know,
like, yeah.
not the coolest. The coolest place would be the orgasm zone.
Well, look, I'm talking about places to go on a whim where you don't have to think about how much you've hydrated that day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can
I'm
just
talking
go.
about rub it out zone.
Is that what ozone means? Oh, I've been wrong my whole life. There's a hole in the ozone.
Actually, the word is orgone. Orgone radiation is. It was there was a quack in the 19th century who said orgone was the sexual energy.
Okay.
Was orgone radiation.
Oh wow.
Orgone.
If anyone wants to fall into a Wikipedia hole. I'm thankful that I'm allowed on AMAs.
Sir, I cannot. The one was it last one or the one before last? The fact that we're still allowed to do AMAs.
Nah. No. This is great.
I'm totally thankful for my friends, and I realize that might sound corny, but because I have a lot of health issues, oh my God, what? My friends, like, they support me so much, and like I had my wassail party, and it was originally scheduled to go 4 hours long, and 2 hours in, I had completely run out of gas. I was nonverbal. It was terrible. And my husband was just like, hey, everybody, Z's like no longer doing great. We've got to call it here. And everybody literally just got up, said what a lovely time they'd had, hugged me and left. Like just left. And I was like, that's friendship. Because like they weren't bitter about it. They really were like, we have your best interest in mind. Sorry.
Aw.
Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. Sorry, my dogs are assholes.
That's adorable.
No, this adorable's over there. That's a doorbell
Ah.
down there that you can't see. This is Bluebell.
Oh, I get it.
Cubby,
We
what
used
are
to have
you
a
thankful
Tinkerbell.
for?
There's a pattern. She doesn't like it when I sing at her, so she tries to shut me up.
Oh, I'm thankful you still let me on the AMAs.
Yay! Say hi.
Amazing. And
Also, I'm thankful that I'm gonna like meet you in person sometime in the not too distant
know.
future.
I know. I feel like it has to happen, and it's weird that it hasn't come up until now. But yeah.
I just stopped trying to like figure out if the
So the Philly folks are you, me, Adamo Ignis, Lords of Adventure. There's a bunch actually. We can make this a thing.
This is Adora. This is Adora Bell. We all say, "Hey, Adora."
Hey, Dora. We did a whole reference to
Shira.
Shira. Thank you. For some reason, my brain was like, you know that thing.
You know that thing.
In the when we were trying to work out characters for the tables at New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, so. Yes, Reverend Tommy is out that way.
Yeah.
He's more in like York, isn't he? Like near.
It's close enough to get to Philly if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
For like a night out.
Wait,
I
like
think
York,
Andrew and I are the
I
only
thought he
ones
was in
here.
he's in Jersey, right?
Mm-mm.
He's in PA?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea why I thought he was in Jersey.
I'm not from anywhere near that. Is that insulting to somebody? I don't know.
I'm from Jersey.
Okay. So it wouldn't be insulting to you?
Oh, is that insulting?
It's literally just a fact about me. Like
Well, you wouldn't come to somebody like you wouldn't say to somebody from Texas like, "Oh, like Arkansas," you know? So I just wanted to know cuz it's like everything up there is real close to me. Like not to me, but like it feels close in my head. Everything is on top of each other up in the northeast-ish.
yeah, it's all pretty close together. No, there are definitely people who, if they said it, it would be insulting.
It would
But
be
to me,
insulting.
it's pretty neutral.
That's fair. That's fair.
Having done the time.
Yeah. I live in a weird space where I was born and raised in Texas. I still live here. I definitely still consider myself Texan, but I also hate Texas. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, Texas has got some things.
No, I'm from New Jersey. I understand.
You, me, same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in Jersey, and then I went to college in Maryland, and everyone makes fun of New Jersey.
Fair.
And everyone in Jersey makes fun of Jersey, but once you leave Jersey, if somebody makes fun of Jersey, one cannot abide that. So you have to defend that which you don't love.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like if you can make fun of or smack your sibling, but if someone else does it,
right?
Yeah, they're dead.
Right.
All right, guys, I hate to do this. We are well over our hour, but this has been an absolute blast. This should just be the AMA crew. Don't tell anyone else. This is fantastic. Anything you want to share with folks watching either now or in the future? In the future, we're coming to you in the future. That you would like people to know when they watch this before we go and enjoy our weekends.
I will be at LARF on Thanksgiving weekend. I'm super excited. So if any of you are going to be out there, I'll be there with my family. I may be hard to spot because I have no idea what I'm wearing.
Nice.
But cool. Find me if you can.
How far is it for you to get to LARF?
Well, I know from my parents' house. So my parents are in Houston, and I think it's like 5. We're going to Baton Rouge first because I have an aunt who is in a care home there, and so my mom wants to be there so she can pop in and say hi. And then I think it's like 45 minutes on from Baton Rouge to get there. So I think it's like 5-ish hours from
Okay.
Houston to, so I guess 6 hours, but then from us it would be 9 hours total, I think, for us.
Because
Total.
I'm saying you should come down for the Rent Adventures weekend and just
Yeah,
go
that's a bit like, yeah, because to get
I
to
know.
New Orleans, where I also have family, is like a 9-hour drive, and that's a lot for one day. So I'd have to bust it up. So I thought about it. Maybe.
Yeah. There you go. Kevin says
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
drive you.
Yay, me, Kevin, road trip. I'm miserable. You've got to remember, I am a girl with chronic health issues. That like means I go nonverbal and have headaches. I'm super fun to travel with, but yeah, let's do it.
But she'll be cozy. She's in a onesie.
I'll be cozy.
All right. Anybody else before we hit that like outro video?
I don't have anything coming up, but I'd love to give a message to future Cubby.
No.
It's not too late. It's not too late. Change your ways, for crying out loud. Don't worry, he'll know what I'm talking
I've seen the future. I don't think future Cubby listens.
You've just gone full Ebenezer Scrooge today. This is so good.
I have a message for past Mab. You're awesome.
I have a message for past perfect tense Z. I wanted to make a grammar joke at the end. That's all.
That
Yeah,
is so
if
beautiful.
I could say something to myself as Gerund.
That's a gerund.
Well, that's when you use the past participle tense
Yes.
as the noun form.
I'm gonna have a character named Gerund now. Oh God, that'd be.
Well, folks,
The
this
perfect
has
last
been-
name would be Loving. Gerund
Gerund
Loving.
It would.
Oh man. If I'm on the lamb, I'm using that.
Okay. I'll find you.
But the name is Gerund Loving. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not a high school English teacher. Well, you would have
Never
loved
mind.
that joke if you were a high school English teacher.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. This is so great. I keep wanting to click the button, but I can't because it's so funny. Woo! All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on this absolutely fantastic adventure that we've just had. This is such a lovely crew of folks. I appreciate you all. Yeah, we'll be back in December for another AMA. It might be this group of people. I hope it's this group of people. But we'll see. Z, really quickly. On Monday we're doing, I believe, the Patreon contest, and the prize is
Those are good too.
It's 1 ounce bags of each of these. So it's Crowley, which is apple pie spice with extra cinnamon, and yay! There we go. And Gangrel, which is chocolate chai with extra spice. So if you love spice, these are for you.
all right. Well, thank you one and all for joining us, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you back on the channel on Monday. Bye, everybody.
Bye
I
bye.
hope this is the right
You gotta
video.
hit
I'm
the
gonna click it
button.
anyway. Woo!